Alright, I don't know, let's just do one more of these. Um, yeah, I'll just keep doing the Ironclad. I lost a run and then I won, but I got Dead Branch relatively early. Felt kind of scumbag. I mean, it's legitimate, I guess, but I feel like runs where you don't instantly get something that's sort of obviously powerful are are a little more fun maybe. Okay, so it's not an ascension run, so uh, it's very possible that this elite fight might not be a problem. Um, I think the one health enemies is not really going to be an option. Uh, the only times it's like it saves you a little bit of health, and sometimes it saves you if your third fight is an elite. Uh, that might be possible actually. If only there's only two question marks on this path, and as long as only one of them, or one or oh, they would both have to not be because there's already two. So if either one of those is a fight, then this elite is not for free anymore. So that's not very good odds. This zigzag has only okay 1 out of 3 being a fight could that's a little bit better odds, I think. I think this path it's not very likely that 2 out of 3 are hallway fights. I feel like it's pretty close to a coin toss. But I'm not super desperate for the 8 health either, so what was I saying this one? Yeah. So getting a burning elite for free would be pretty cool. I don't know. On Ascension Zero, it's not a super big deal. Maybe it's a very safe Act 1, and maybe I should have just taken the 8 max health just in case Act 2 or the heart maybe need a little bit of extra. But that's okay. I'm just. Maybe I can just be really aggressive in Act 1 instead. What am I doing here? That's some pretty good damage. That might be a little bit too crazy. This it's not too exciting. The scales. I mean, if you have strength, then the fact that it doesn't do a lot of damage doesn't matter as much as the fact that it hits everything. The slavers and birds, it sort of. Well, no, it's vulnerable. Like weakness is what's really useful just defensively. Um, I don't know. It's not very often that unless you have strength, it's not very often you really want to vulnerable everything for one turn. Unless you have like immolate or something. I just don't like these a whole lot, but I feel like I should take something. I'm about to fight an elite pretty soon. I mean, Clash might be pretty playable, just not against. If I get sentries, then Clash just turns into a potato. I mean, do I just take Clash and then if it's sentries, I just maybe I buy a potion in the store or a card that just in case. Clash is really good against the other two elites, I think. I mean, all I need to do is not have too many. I've just got these 4 defends. If I have to draw all 4 of them with Clash. That's the only hand that can't play Clash right now. So don't know. If I get Clash, then I eventually either I just accept that it's a dead card a lot of the time. Well, I can't do this for sure. I just definitely just take an upgrade here. Clash, you're not reliable enough. I don't think I'm not gonna upgrade the card that I might not even be able to play. But anyways, I need to get card removal probably. Combust is all right against sentries. I mean, better than all right. It's pretty good. It's really cheap. I get to sort of just hold on to my gold if I want to. Strength potion is not bad. I don't know if I really need it though. Yeah, I think I just need a plan for sentries. Otherwise, I could lose a lot of health. I just draw a bunch of dazes. I never get to play Clash. That might be like this might be the last chance I get to. Well, there's another store just right here, but uh, I shouldn't be worried. I mean, if they are sentries, they only have one health point. Um, Maybe Clash was an overreaction. I didn't really think this through. And then it's a long time before I have elite fights, but that's okay. Clash continues to be alright. I eventually probably want to fight this elite up here. None of these are. Yeah, none of these are really good enough compared to this next store. True Grit. True Grit Plus with Clash is nice, but True Grit Basic just could end up getting rid of the Clash itself, which could be pretty scary. I don't know. Do I take another Clash? Am I playing this weird Clash deck? Am I just going to aggressively. I mean, I need a plan to exhaust, statuses and curses. Guardian, luckily, is not one of the. Is the one boss that does not put junk in your deck. I don't think the Act 2 bosses like to junk up your deck either. It's just sort of random enemies here and there. So I don't. I mean, 2 copies isn't really going all in. Yeah, I'll just do it. Like by the time, if the second elite is sentries, then I'll have a lot of time to pick other cards. And then the first shuffle, it's still pretty strong. It's just the second shuffle you start getting all these dazes. Yeah, that's right. I can't take a curse. It's just I wasn't even thinking about the event. I was just my mind was wandering. So that wasn't a hard decision or anything. Okay, Lantern. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Oh, nice, reliable standby. Snecko Oil. This card kind of. I'm probably never going to use this. It might be the worst potion in the game. The trouble is, I mean, sure, maybe you get lucky, but if you get a bad roll, you're stuck with you don't get any. It doesn't re-roll for the rest of the battle. It only randomizes whatever's in your hand that one time for the rest of the battle. You're stuck with it. So this is kind of more of a Hail Mary potion. The only time I would play this is if I was about to lose, and this was like the only way. It's like the only way that I had a chance of making it to the next floor. That's how bad I think it is. Anger could be good for sentries. Like they put dazes in my deck. I put angers in my deck. Shrug It Off. It's usually a good card, but with Clash, suddenly that's one more skill in my deck, and then maybe I draw yet another one. It's pretty scary. It's a really big downside. I really hate turning this card down. And True Grit, you have to be upgraded, as I discussed earlier. I don't know. Maybe True Grit is worth a campfire. Yeah, yeah. I think. I mean, Combust is a pretty good upgrade too. But if this is my plan for playing Clash often, I probably want not just one copy of True Grit, but I want one other, like either a Burning Pact or another True Grit Plus. Yes, I can afford that. Two strikes. It's whatever. It's still worth it. And a strike dummy. So okay, it's pretty good for Act One. Not quite sure. Not quite convinced that I'm scaling super hard yet. I've still got one more free fight. That's pretty hilarious. Do I just get more upgrades? I think just on sheer damage. Like, even if I'm not blocking super well. Ah, the question mark was a fight. Oh well. Goodbye, free fights. Okay, well, it was gonna happen anyway. This is kind of bad because if I have just one status, maybe I can get rid of it. If I keep drawing a lot of cards, I mean, evolve is it's just kind of really goofy unless you have some very specific synergy. It tends to be pretty bad. Like, there are a couple attacks where you wound and daze yourself on purpose, and then maybe you have evolve. There's uh, like a med kit with the feel no pain, and um, at any rate, I don't. This doesn't look like it's really going to be worth it. Is headbutt a good thing? Do I really want to fish for clashes? I mean, headbutt. I mean, right now it's already sort of doing something, and presumably it'll do even more things eventually. But let's just give ourselves an easier centuries fight. Okay, Clash can kill. Yeah, Clash can kill one of them outright, and I block the other one. And you're not quite good enough, but there's next turn still. Oh, yeah. Strike dummy. Yeah, okay, so that's enough. Kind of like uppercut. I was just talking about how Burning Pact might be part of my plan to keep to prevent Clash from being a dead card. I think that's kind of important. I would much rather this be upgraded, but it's still all right. I got two copies of Clash. I should just yeah. Yeah, I have health. I can do this. Okay, that's not. That's yeah. That's a pretty decent one. It's it's a pretty pleasant relic. It doesn't really destroy any fights or anything, but uh, overall can't complain. On this character, I mean, this character has other ways of healing more so than most, but it's always welcome. Uh, okay. Uh, but getting vulnerable is not really a plan, so I could either play the Clash or I could play the Bash, and yeah, there's no way I'm ever gonna Bash twice. That's just not a thing. 14 and 12, I guess, is the most, or 12 and what's the arithmetic? I've got two. If I can, yeah, okay, that does exactly enough. Maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, didn't have enough energy to play all my cards regardless. But this one took slightly more damage, and maybe that matters. Maybe I draw the two 12s. Oh, there's also forgot about the combust, so that changes the calculation a bit. Um, what card do I draw for sure? I ended up drawing a True Grit, so that's probably is it. It blocks 9. That's perfect. Okay, so don't want you. Okay, this one, as I was just saying, if I need to do 10 damage, so that's better than headbutt. Uh, Maybe it's not better than headbutt. I was already blocking the damage. I didn't really need to kill it this turn. Probably should have just killed the other one. Yeah, that's a mistake. So that means I end up damaging myself for an additional time for no reason. It's not a big deal. I mean, I can start dual wielding clashes like a maniac. Is that really? I don't think that's actually a thing though. I think that's just one more skill in my deck that's just slowing me down. I mean, I think if I have two clashes, then I've got I don't really need more of anything. I mean, I could dual wield a combust sometimes. I'm just not convinced. And then armaments, I'm not. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think I just want to play a lot of clashes, and by the end, and I want to by the end of the fight, I want to have like two strike pluses and a strike and a couple of defends at most, or something like that. And the rest is sort of getting in the way. Like Rampage, if I'd gotten you really early, it could be could have been a separate strategy with exhausting a bunch of cards, but right now, yeah, I'll just stick with what I'm doing. 56 for Guardians. That's probably plenty. Uh, a lot of times, it just really depends on what you draw, but a lot of times, stopping it from getting its first big attack is it's nice if you can make it happen. And if it does, it's a lot better than just blocking it. Uh, I don't know if I even want to draw that many cards. If I draw that many cards, that's that many cards that might not be attacks. Could be a little self-defeating. Oh, that was kind of dumb. Oh, that's right, I have the lantern, so it doesn't hurt me too much. Yeah, this turn I just... Yeah, the combust is... I don't think that's a problem. Because, I mean, the alternative is I don't get to play both my copies of Clash this turn. Yeah, yeah, not even worth thinking too hard about. Uh, Ooh. Eh. I just want to go aggressive. Maybe I'll block the retaliation damage. It's a little paranoid. It's a little slow. Maybe not 100% sure that was actually the best, but it probably doesn't matter. Especially since I'm damaging myself no matter what. So slow strategies are perhaps a little bit tricky here. Yeah, yeah, I'm taking damage this turn. Taking a fair amount as well. Let's just race for it, I guess. I have a fair amount of defensive cards. I just didn't draw any that turn. Yeah. Well, I guess I had to. I'm not getting rid of a clash. I think taking the hit is probably a lot better here. I could even fire potion, but I think it's 6 damage. I think it's more likely that I need that fire potion in Act Two. Uh, how's my deck looking? Yeah, I can get rid of a defend. Can't. Wow, no blocking at all this turn. That's kind of crazy. Next turn lethal or this turn lethal? This turn. Okay. Juggernaut's not bad. Reaper, I don't have any. It's right now. It's not incredible. There's nothing that's actually making it good. I mean, in theory, if my deck gets smaller, then little gimmicks like limit break with flex, because I've already got the exhausting in place. But if I have like limit break and flex or whatever, it's just easier to. Or if I even just a demon form, it becomes a lot easier to fish for Reaper if I'm exhausting uh, cards a bunch. So I've got a little bit of supporting machinery already in place for this one. Juggernaut, I mean, 4 defense and a true grit. Juggernaut's kind of fun. Sometimes I've got some exhausting cards like Juggernaut. The missing piece for Juggernaut would probably be a Feel No Pain. If I get a Feel No Pain, then suddenly Juggernaut is looking really, really strong. I don't know. I don't know if I really need the healing. Like maybe uh, the run will go faster too if I Reaper tends to be like stall tactics, and then you heal to full if you manage to get the strength. But with meal ticket, maybe that's how I heal, and that and the burning blood. Uh, I don't know. Right now, Juggernaut is not super good. It has the potential to get better. It's a little questionable. I just don't feel like. I think those two are probably better than skipping. Ooh, I don't really want a cursed key. A runic cube. I mean, I do have a combust. I just don't want that curse. Like if I draw the curse at the wrong time, that's a clash that I don't get to play. Like I have to go completely bonkers on the card exhaustion if I want to be able to cope with that. Do I really need energy? I mean, if my clash is really, I mean, you always need energy. It's the trouble is if I draw more cards, then suddenly I'm really limited. Like just getting the skills out of my hand might be really difficult. And then like, what if I had to go up against the Chosen? What is my plan here? Well, probably I play something other than Clash. Uh, it's kind of tricky one. Pandora's box. It's no. Maybe I just get a whole bunch of skills. I have a strike dummy. I think both of these play against what I'm going for, but I don't think I skip either. I think skip is probably wrong. I mean, Clash is just not that. Like, do I really want to stress too much over losing my Clash damage? Like, maybe I just try to remove the curses in a store, and if I get a chest, I can always just not open the chest if it's really um, if it's really gonna give me a hard time. I can just not open the chest. But here's a chest right before a store, so I feel like that is a very strong argument for taking whatever path gets me here. So upgrades are always good, and two question marks over here or two question marks over here. I guess I'll go this way. Okay, if I don't almost beat this on the first shuffle, then it starts to get a little bit awkward. I guess I don't want a burning pact. That's okay. Yeah, that's. I just want to strike here. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Got to get rid of the two skills. I could have exhausted the Juggernaut, but I don't know. Oh, yeah, I didn't need the energy regardless. I was thinking too hard. I just needed to calculate lethal, and then everything else was sort of irrelevant in the big picture. Another. This one's already upgraded. This is completely, hilariously not going to happen. This might be too much of a good thing. I don't know. I mean, what's the worst thing that happen? I draw two in the same turn, and then they trash each other. Uh, ooh. Yeah, if it's Necronomicon, then what do? I play Bash twice, and or I cross my fingers and hope for a better attack card later down the line. Just Necronomicon is not a good outcome here. Like maybe I'm undervaluing uh, all the things you can get from this event, and uh, maybe Necronomicon is just so good that you just take it and then you start fishing for a synergy, and it basically works out. That might be better. I just don't. I'm just not feeling it right now. Uh, I mean, it could be wrong. Maybe they give me a bludgeon after the next fight, and then it's like hitting with double bludgeon is how you survive the slavers fight or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna chicken out here. You came at the wrong time, you guys. You're supposed to come when I have the burning blood and when I don't have a strike dummy. Right now I've got a strike dummy. And I'm healing fairly well. I don't think so. Okay. On, well, unfortunately, I had to take one no matter what. That's okay. I can hit one of these 3 times. 1, 2, 3. I guess it's probably lethal in addition to uh, canceling their turn. Um, so I probably only need to block 9, or I definitely only need to block 9. Yeah. Whatever. Uh, I don't think this is a Havoc deck. I think the card that I want to play already costs 0. Uh, so I think that's a nope. An event or an upgrade? What events could I get? Are there any events that I really want? I guess not especially. Okay, this is a little. Oh, I cannot. Oh, I can. I can. I can. Okay, I can play Clash. It's because the lantern helped me out a bit. That's enough. Yeah. It's, yeah, the stupid clashes are making me play the combust, but it's not too bad. If it's a damage race and I win, then I heal back 6 of it anyway. Oh, I could have played that in a different order. That's okay. It's because the headbutt I could have drawn. The card this turn, but I don't think it really matters right now. I think bash is going to be necessary. And I think removing a strike is not really that good. I think I'm close enough. Maybe I don't really need the bash. I don't know. Maybe just about any attack card is good enough here, though. That's not going to add up, is it? Hold on. 7 plus 9, and then another 50% is 4. So 13 and 7 is 20. 20, and then 7 from the combust. 27. How much can I block? I can block for 14 out of 21. It's probably not worth the fire potion. Oh, Juggernaut. Oh, Juggernaut, did you just change the game here? 20 plus 7. Yes, that's Juggernaut. Forgot about you. That's pretty cool. Alright. Searing Blow, that's kind of hilarious, but I think not. Um, see. Next upgrade is worth 5. Another one after that is worth 6. Do I really... Well, there are 3 campfires. It's a little bit too yellow. Once you get Searing Blow, you never get to upgrade anything else ever again. Iron Wave is kind of interesting. I take this and I get rid of one of my defends as soon as I can. That way I can be flexible. I don't. It's a card that I don't have to exhaust if I don't want to, or I don't have to play it if I don't want to. But if I do want to block, it stays in my deck. Like when those fights that drag on a little bit longer, like maybe eventually the True Grits start to like exhaust each other, and then I still want a little bit of residual block. I just like want 1 or 2 really good blocking cards that are skills, and then an attack doesn't hurt as much. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't sound that exciting, but I don't know. Maybe Iron Wave is sort of sleeper good, even if it's probably needs an upgrade, but it's not a very flashy card, but maybe it's a good choice here. Juggernaut's kind of interesting. I think blocking without skills is something that's pretty compelling right now, though. This it's kind of weird. Do I just want to block this turn, or do I want to fish for damage? Well, let's see what happens. If I get a Juggernaut, I get to play 3 blocking cards, but then I don't have enough for that and Juggernaut anymore because I've already spent 1. So Burning Pact, if it's Juggernaut, and I get to play 2 copies of True Grit. I think tempo might be an issue. Like, I don't really want to draw Bash because it's too much energy, and I don't get to... I'd rather play Bash next turn, Combust, or Juggernaut. I could conceivably play this turn. Even Clash, I could just exhaust both of my defends. I think Bash is the only one I don't really want. That wouldn't be a disaster or anything, I don't think. I think I could... Tempo, I think tempo is just too important right now. Headbutt, you're not. I guess you're not that important. I don't really want to bring anything back, so maybe you're just one of the 2 cards that I exhaust. And I'm doing Juggernaut damage right now. So I take like 8. Maybe I could have played the Liquid Bronze, but pretty soon I start actually doing damage, and it looks like I take, let's see, hold on, 10, I block 17. So I take another 10. I think next turn... Yeah, next turn I definitely start killing these things. Do I just hold on to these potions? I think I do. Okay, Clash. So let's see, 14, 10 plus 21 if it's vulnerable. So that's pretty good. That's a lot of damage, but this one stops you from being able to attack next turn. Those are both pretty bad, and I'm not blocking at all. I don't know if it's worth a fire potion though. Okay, let's be real. Let's real talk here. What happens next turn? Next turn, not being allowed to attack is pretty bad. I'm pretty. I just have to. If I make it to the next store, I get to use meal ticket. Maybe I just save the potion just in case bad things happen. The oh, what is? Oh, hold on. I need to recalculate this. So let's just pretend that they've already taken 7 damage. 2 strikes, it would be 18. I'm 1 short if I do the 2 strikes on this guy. That's a pity. Bash and strike. Bash and strike means combust does the rest. It's a little awkward because this one doesn't die next turn either. Dies for sure after 3 combusts, but came up a little bit short there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that was a little greedy with the potions. 20 damage. Okay, that one I don't have to kill. Okay. Oh, wow. Alright, I'll take that. I can actually open 2 treasure chests. That's pretty neat, I guess. Spot weakness. I'm not convinced that I want that. Um, do I really want to keep taking more? Do I really want to damage myself? I mean, that's like a fast-paced strategy right there. I mean, this. If I get this, then suddenly like rupture is looking pretty exciting. If I get this with rupture, spot weakness. The trouble is, you're not an attack card, but you still might be good. But oh, this is annoying. I don't like where my health is right now. Do I really want Do I really want the gold? 383. It could be 440. kind of an interesting thought. I've got some potions. I can buy another potion if I'm worried, but like a potion is worth more than 6 health, right? There's a lot of things that a potion could do. Like maybe it's a block potion, and you block for 12, and you paid 60 for it. I've got one potion slot. Uh, there's a lot of ways that this could be good, but I think just once this is about all that I'm gonna uh, mess with here. Okay, Art of War is usually good, but with a Clash deck, I think Art of War is pretty skippable. I can't believe I'm running a Clash deck. I don't know if I've ever done that. I mean, I think I would have a really hard time on higher ascensions with this. It doesn't seem like super powerful, but it seems kind of all right. I could get the waffles for a free heal. I could use these like I don't like I could just rest. I'm probably not in immediate danger, but are there like cards that I really want to? Oh, that one becomes an 8. That's kind of interesting. But is there anything I really want to upgrade? Like the Juggernaut is pretty good. I've got two campfires pretty close together. This one's sort of interesting. Not very well. I mean, you always have that for the Act boss, which is pretty cool, I guess. Disarm is kind of just generically good. That's kind of expensive, but it's I don't know, no downside. It's just a strict benefit. I don't know. Am I really convinced by any of these? What are the elites of this act, and what? There's the I already did the slavers. There could be the Book of Stabbing and Gremlin Leader. So how do I deal with those? Right now, I don't know. Clothesline is kind of all right. Well, the Act boss is going to give me a hard time. I think 3 artifacts that I have to get through. But I have no weak in my deck whatsoever. These are both cards that I think I want to upgrade both of them. If I get these two and then the waffles, then I'm at full health. I can get the 2 upgrades. I can also remove a card. It's just for the automaton. I think you just don't play disarm the first shuffle. Hopefully, one of the robots steal it because it's going to be a while before you can play it anyway. Like getting weak onto the automaton before it does its big attack is that's going to be a bit of a challenge. It's like it's maybe only 50-50 that I can even make that happen. What could I even? If I save this vulnerable potion for that fight, then things are. That's just an artifact charge that's out of the picture. So that could be fine. This exhaust potion might be kind of interesting. Strength potion could be interesting. Do I want to just get rid of this because it's just really bad? All right, let's just choose things. I've already sort of decided those. Now, defend. Is defend terrible or is defend kind of alright? I have the strike dummy. Let's. I think Iron Wave is supposed to do that one's job. Like the waffle might be an overreaction, but if I'm really doing two upgrades, if I really, really want to commit to doing two upgrades, then I don't think I don't think Burning Blood and an Elite fight. I think that adds up to kind of a low amount of health. So what am I doing here? I don't know. I mean, I kind of like the T set, but not that much, I guess. Especially with the lantern, it's kind of, do I really need a total of 7 energy on turn one instead of 5? It's not like I'm drawing tons and tons of cards. All right, I think eventually I spend this gold somewhere else. So let's just sort of, yeah, put the brakes on it. Is this a fight where I want brutality? Probably. I mean, this guy, he does things. They're a little bit scary. Yeah, that was a pretty good disarm turn. I have to play that one, so oh, hold on. That one's good enough. I could play the thorns, but I should just pretend that this one's already empty. I'm only saving it for emergencies, but 90% the plan is just to get rid of it eventually. Or maybe it just stays there forever. Maybe I keep using these. Maybe I always have this. Yeah, maybe I just barely fill up my belt and then I use one, and then this one makes it all the way to the hard fight. I could actually see that happening. Okay, what do I want to do this turn? I think I want to. Yeah. I think I want to bring back this clash. Two stacks of weakness. Next turn I get to play what? Oh, that's really awkward. With those 5 cards as my draw pile, the True Grit has to hit something I don't want it to hit. If I play Burning Pact, I could end up drawing the Juggernaut and then not having any energy to play it. Maybe I just don't need Juggernaut at all. Yeah, maybe I just exhaust the Juggernaut with the True Grit, and I just want to have the 2 sacks of weakness. Well, just next turn it'll be just one. Oh, I get one more card. I forgot about that. Okay, so I can still play you. I can get rid of this, rid of that defend there. Yeah, forgot about the brutality. Okay. Can I kill with a fire potion probably? I mean, I can definitely do it before. Oh, these are not the wizards. These are the shields. Oh well, those are pretty annoying. How do I do this? How much damage do I have? Let's see. It's like 39 with the vulnerable. It would be. I kind of wanted to save that for the act boss. The fire potion is not as good for the act boss. These shield gremlins are pretty bit are like pretty obnoxious. I think. Oh, that one's exactly enough to kill one of them. Oh, Juggernaut. Forgot about you. So that one's just barely enough. Not really excited about the damage I'm taking though. I don't know. Maybe I just lose the act boss. I'm like damaging myself. I'm not. Apparently, I'm not blocking it enough. Oh, got another true grit. Oh, that was. I screwed that up. It's probably okay, but it might be bad. It's 3 stacks of vulnerable. I just need to get lethal this turn. So that's the only card that's in the way. Okay, yeah. It wasn't that bad. It was bad, but yeah, I think it still took one more turn no matter how I played it. So the vulnerable stacks was actually pretty reasonable. Okay, now officially, I'm getting one potion every fight now for sure. So that's kind of interesting. Brutality. What happens if I upgrade the one that I've already got? It just becomes innate. Okay. Do I have enough energy to be drawing this many cards? Like, do I just go full berserk on everything? Do I just take 3 damage every turn, but then I just I mean, if I hit 2 clashes with vulnerable every single turn, it's like 45 damage to them and then 3 damage to myself. That might be a little too crazy though. Maybe just one brutality. I think that's a little too wild. I don't think I can do it. I could see, I mean, for this particular boss fight, if I was going to play around with my health like that, I'd probably want to skip one of the upgrades for a heal. And then, yeah, disarm or clothesline, which one's more important to upgrade? Maybe I just skip. I'm not. Yeah, I don't think I need to go all in on the self-harming strategy. Ah, look at all that damage, but we're not there yet. None of these cards block either. Well, this can kill, for the automaton, this kills one of the robots. This one presumably does something eventually. Maybe I YOLO the Snecko oil because it's a little bit late for that. I need things to cost 0 or else it's just rubbish. If that was going to be my plan, I should have done it earlier. I should have played Burning Pact Clash, and then I should have played the Snecko oil before I played Clothesline. I don't know. Do I want to save scum this, or do I want to just live with my little misplay? There's no guarantee this would have worked out. Maybe it would have been. There's a chance it could have gone even worse. So, whatever. Which potion do I want to get rid of, though, if any? I mean, I can get rid of it after the battle, so it doesn't matter too much. How do I deal with this? Juggernaut deals 5 damage, and then another 5. I'm just not getting over the finish line, and I'm not blocking 21 either. That's kind of dumb. Five damage, 7. Do I do the upgrade potion just so? 5 plus 5. Juggernaut defend Iron Wave. I think the malleable heal kicks in after the attack, but before the Juggernaut, so I have to remember to play the defend. So Juggernaut defend Iron Wave with the Forge Blessing. That's pretty dumb, but it adds up. Yeah, that's really kind of silly, and I'm not a big fan of what just happened there, but artifact charges. Yeah, artifact charges. If there were any other Act 2 boss, I would have skipped that, I think. I don't know, for this fight, not even a multi attack. That's not the biggest problem of the fight. Okay, disarm, you don't really get to do anything, I don't think. And I'm still thinking about what do I upgrade next. Maybe I don't upgrade the disarm. It's good for Act 3. It's not good for the act boss of Act 2. Combust, and then just any old attack, and then ignore it. I think I probably need True Grit next turn. Yikes, that's... Yeah, I think Bash is not helping enough. Maybe I think I just rest. This deck isn't really doing as well as I hoped it might be. Is Juggernaut good enough to do anything? Well, let's see, that's 21 damage. Do I really just play Juggernaut in True Grit this turn, or is that kind of silly? I think I'm too close to the end. But I definitely play True Grit. I don't know, 2 fire potions for the next fight might actually be decent. And I have a white rhino, so but let's play the Snecko. All right, what do we have here? Clash is pretty okay. 18th, that's 30. Oh, I have. Oh no, I played that wrong. I have skills in my hand. Ouch. It's not enough damage. Wow. Okay. And that's it. At least that's a good card or a good potion. I don't think I want those. I think I'm definitely resting now. Just really looking forward to upgrading some stuff. But counting chickens or whatever. Oh man, that's probably not a very good draw. I think that means I have to trash something I don't really want to trash. Or do I just throw this disarm into the? I think I have to. I think I just have to waste a disarm. I don't like how this fight is going. And that's 22 is a very unfortunate number for fire potion. But maybe I really desperately need to hold on to that health, that 8 health. 1 fire potion and it dies to the thorns, which is cool, I guess. But it's 8 damage. I could have duplicated a card. The duplication potion would not have. That would have been 18 damage. Uh, I think I'll wait until next turn and then kill it with a fire potion if I need to. Okay, now it's going to steal a card. So if it steals a card, I could use a fire potion to get that card back, but then I can make sure that it happens on exactly the turn that I want it to. Combust is starting to look kind of scary. I think Combust is not really my plan for the minions. I think the minions... I think I want to use attacks, so I think I want to just get rid of that. An artifact charge? I don't know, getting rid of a strike might have been better. Okay, at least I can block a bunch this turn, but... which card do I... Which card gets the true grit? Do I duplicate the true grit? Do I get rid of a strike? I don't think I block enough I could block 20. Let's see. If I just play True Grit and 2 defends, then I'm blocking 19. If I duplicate the True Grit and play only one of my defends, and that's 18 plus 5 is 23, which I take very little damage this turn. But then I fire potion here. So is that really the best line? I'm not sure. But maybe I'll buy it. If I headbutt, if I bring back the True Grit, I probably get to get rid of a basic strike with no upgrades, but I also have another True Grit already. Just maybe the artifact charge, or oh, this prevents damage this turn. What card is it? An Iron Wave. Okay, yeah. So now I'm only taking one. I think I like True Grit better than Burning Pact at this point, or maybe I Burning Pact the strike and then True Grit something else. It's the strike. Yeah, let's get rid of some cards here. Okay, just one artifact, so... Ooh, wow. Okay. Clothesline, or I die this turn, I think. So Clothesline and Iron Wave. Could potentially end up playing those both. Well, I don't need the Iron Wave, really. True Grit blocks more. So True Grit with Clothesline. Like, Clothesline or I'm just completely dead. I still might be dead. I have to do... Oh, yeah, that's not enough. Yikes. I could try to rethink this, see what could I do differently. I think I just lose, though. Yeah, I'll try one more time, but I think my deck just sucks. Yeah, this turn one, like, what is this? I mean, it would have been nice to have a demon form that turn, but that was just not a thing that was ever going to happen. So what's... I like drawing cards. I have to get rid of this one. I think the duplication potion is... I really need to think, what am I doing with the duplication potion? The vulnerable potion, do I really just use that for artifact charges? Do I duplicate the clash? I could duplicate this defend. That seems pretty goofy. This is just a bad turn. I just trashed all my defensive cards because I was trying to get Clash to work. That's just... Maybe that was my problem. Okay, I have to play Clash, I have to do this. I'm just going to assume that Defend is never the card that you duplicate in this battle. Is it 32? Do I just... Yeah, I could try to kill this orb faster with a duplicate. I think I'm just going to assume that I duplicate a True Grit instead. Feels like I've only made a minor adjustment so far. It's just kind of troubling. Last turn I had more energy than I knew what to do with because I drew both of my clashes. This turn is kind of weird. So what I decide? Clothesline to remove the artifact. Can I kill this one? No, I can't. True get grit. Should I get rid of? Yeah, I got too many cards. If I play this twice, then that's 6 health. Doesn't seem very good though. Just if I play this, I don't get to really play much of anything else. I don't want to even want to play that combust, I don't think. I think next turn I had to like double play maybe a True Grit or something. It's unclear how I'm going to block everything otherwise. Oh, this isn't the big one. This is the 10 times 2. I forgot that there was a turn like this. But it gets really bad after this, I think. So So like maybe clothesline and headbutt. I still want to block a bunch. I have to do something about the artifact. And I would like to block most of the damage. I'm gonna keep the defend. I think I still need to block somewhat. Even if it's a bad card that prevents me from playing Clash, I think I still need it. Yeah, okay. I think I get rid of this strike. Get rid of the artifact. That changes things a little bit. Now this vulnerable push could actually be a vulnerable, but I mean if I die from this next hit, then it doesn't even matter. Yeah, I have to. I think it's basically the same issue. I have to. Oh god, yeah, that's definitely losing. Like, which one even prevents more damage? Like, killing that one? Wow, that's dead. That is so dead. That is so dead. Okay, there you have it. Clash is bad. Like, one might have been justifiable, but I should have just gotten just the one as early game insurance and then just try to lean into something else completely different. Oh man, I don't know. Maybe there are times that ways to make Clash work, but this today we did not see it. That just didn't happen. It feels bad. All right, use this on myself. Can't even do that. All right, well whatever. Eep. GG. Only could have been better, I guess.